So I'm sure that you all heard that the US President Barack Obama has signed the immigration reform bill. Yes, so. But you know, I've been hearing a lot of people saying, oh, it's just for those who came into America illegally. Illegally. Oh, it's just for those who came into America illegally. Amebo, who told you? Big mouth, just running your mouth. You don't even know anything. And this is not just for those who came from Mexico or Cuba or Dominican Republic. No. This is not just for the mamaritas. My people, this bill is also for Africans as well. Oh. Those of you that came here on a visiting visa, 5 years later, you are still visiting. See, God don't butter your bread, be that. And all the mothers that came here to take care of their grandchildren all these years, saving you guys babysitters money. And mommy, the Lord has answered your prayers too, eh? I mean, grandma also needs to get her driver's license now, no be so. The only issue is, tell grandma not to go home for Christmas this year. Don't go home for this Christmas, my sister. Because apart from being here before 2010, you have to be in the country from the time that Obama made the announcement to the time that you will be sending in your application. So don't go anywhere. If you go and come, they will say this one doesn't have any problem now. So stay. After your application is approved, you can travel as you want. If you've been living here for more than 5 years with no value, I mean green card, sure you understand, but you have a child born in America, even if the child is a month old, you can also start rejoicing. Now for all my people that came here to study, well, you never get your paper. If you came here before January 1, 2010, you can also start dancing. Yeah, so even if you only did your master's here or your PhD, it doesn't matter if you now have your OPT or your H1B, so long as you studied one of 4 courses that I'll talk about next week. I'll be giving you guys details about how they're extending the OPT and how if you have H1B, your spouse will also be able to work and stuff like that. So make sure you tune in next week. And as everybody already knows, if you came here before you turned 16 as of January 1st of 2010, you guys are the dreamers. I'm telling you, you can apply for the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, which is known as DACA, that is DACA. You will get your work permit and you'll be given temporary residency for 3 years. If you're yet to apply, they will be taking new applications starting February 18th of next year. That date is just for the dreamers. Sure you get it. The rest of you cannot apply until May 19th of 2015. Now, a quick announcement. Last year, I begged you guys to please sign a petition for Congress not to eliminate the green card lottery. Well, thanks to some of you that signed the petition, because of you guys, they've decided not to get rid of it. Yes, so they are keeping it. Yes. No, to be honest with you guys, green card lottery is the way that so many Africans get to come to the US. We cannot swim from Africa to America or jump a fence like some people do. I'm not mentioning any name or any country. I'm just glad that they decided to leave the green card lottery. But what I'll be talking about today is the Deferred Action for Parents, known as DAPA, that is DAPA. If you have a child in America, even if she's a day old when Obama made that announcement, and you don't have your papers, you are now eligible to apply for the Deferred Action for Parents. Even if you've been facing deportation, you will no longer be deported. Starting May 19, 2015, you can apply. They'll give you your work permit and you can get your driver's license and travel documents so long as you have no criminal record. Now, this doesn't apply to those of you who have babies after the announcement. So don't go and get some girl pregnant just to say, oh, I have a child in America. It won't work. I don't know about those of you that were pregnant as of the time that Obama made the announcement. You can probably make your case with Congress. But what I know is, if you hook up with someone today and get her pregnant, honestly, right, you are just doing yourself. Now I want to talk to my African brothers. They like to gyrate here and there. Only you with Shelly, only you with Kike, only you with Chioma. You got a girl pregnant and then you denied being the father. All these years you refused to pay child support. See your life now. Now you need a child to get your papers. You better go and beg your baby mama. That is if she would take you. Now you know that it's your child. Can you imagine that some guy was telling me that, Adela, you know, my last name is actually not on the baby's birth certificate. I said, why now? He said, well, there was a typo. So they just put the baby mama's last name on the birth certificate. I said, my brother, hey, you must not know about me. You must not know about... You're trying to con me? I'm the Lagos girl, very sharp, very sharp. Why are you trying to do wuru with me? I said, when was this child born? He said about 3 years ago. I said, so they made the typo like 3 years ago. He said, yes. I said, so Nana, today you dey realize say birth certificate gets typo. I said, call it I beg, chase this one out. Chase him out. I don't like like it. See what my African brothers are doing. I actually appreciate those who were sincere, and you know, a few of them were like, Adiola, you know what, a few years ago I was very irresponsible. I messed up big time. I mean, what can I do now? I need help. Hey, I appreciate people like that. Come clean. Another one said, you know, the problem is I've actually not been including the child in my taxes every year. I've not been included. I said, why now? He said, well, you know, I wasn't sure if the child is mine. I said, hey, yeah, so you didn't know. I said, so how did you know suddenly that this child is your child? He said, well, you know, I've had time to think about it. I'm telling you, some people are crazy. That one, I chased him myself. I said, Barao Bansa. Now, for those of you who had your child here and you sent him or her to your parents in Africa to take care of the child for you, the question is, does the child have to be here presently for you to file? And how do you prove that you have a child when the child is in Nigeria or Cameroon, or the child is in Ghana or something, and you've not been paying taxes to reflect the child? So you understand? Yes, how do you prove that you have a child? Well, you have to visit www.house.gov and call your member of Congress and tell them that, can you please give me more information? Does my child have to be here presently? Even if your child is here, advocate that the requirement would not be cumbersome. Tell them that you want the paperwork to be lenient. Hopefully they won't say bring the birth certificate, for those of you that don't know where it is. Hopefully they won't say go and bring all the tax forms that reflect the child. What if the child is not in America with you? So you understand? And hopefully they won't say, oh, both parents have to be present and stuff like that, because as of now they're yet to come up with the required paperwork. So now you have the chance to petition them to only ask for DNA test. I think that would be the best thing. Just ask for DNA, so long as you can prove this is my picking, this one are my father born, my mother born. So you understand? Yes, that is the only thing we are hoping they will ask for. Don't forget that you must have been here for 5 years, but the child doesn't have to be 5 years old. So you understand? Unless the child has green card, then you can go through the child that has a green card. The bill is not just for children born here, it's also for children who have their green cards. Their parents can go through them as well. And the good news is they've started building new immigration centers to expedite the processing of these applications. Yes, so they're going to expedite the processing. They're building a new one in Virginia. I heard that there's going to be a new one in New York as well. Yes, so which means it won't take long to process the applications, unlike when you file for somebody and it takes years. No, but what I know is they want to finish processing all the applications by the end of 2016, and we're talking about millions of applications, so they're gonna really expedite it. The important thing to keep in mind is no criminal record. If you've gotten in trouble before, talk to your lawyer before you pay the fee, which is $465. Now, if you have any questions whatsoever, visit this website. All these websites are for you to get your information. Not only that, you can email my Cameroonian sister, Miss Sylvie Bello. She is a guru on this issue. I've talked about her before. Don't think that your question is stupid. There is no question that is stupid. She will answer all your questions. You can find her on Twitter, on Facebook, and this is their website. Make sure you reach out to Sylvie Bello with all your questions. Next week, I'll be talking about how this bill applies to those of you who came here to study with your F1, J1, or whatever. So long as you came here before January 1st, 2010, and you studied one of 4 courses, we call them STEM. I'll be breaking it down next week, so you get it. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real.